How you guys doing? Merry Christmas Eve. Just thought I would make a quick video. So I'm at work right now venting, so I want to talk about a job that I just found purpose in after the military. And I think everybody that gets out of the military should find someone with purpose, because I notice everybody that gets out, they're complaining about how their jobs they got out are not purposeful, and they want to get back in because they're serving purpose and everything. So I'm working this job as a lease operator in the oil fields, and I find a purpose every day in this job. Like they say, the military, they got to have a mission, right? And their purpose was completing the mission. Well, in this job in the oil fields, I'm on a purpose mission of producing more gas for the company. So, you have goals that you have to meet every day, or every week, or do you have a certain amount of gas that you need to produce for them? And if you don't complete it, they're going to be on you. And then your whole team works together to get that mission accomplished. So we have to make about 13.5 million a day for sales and gas. Right now we're like 12.3, but that's because of the winter time. But still, we need to get that up. So we have to work together to try to get that gas up. And we have our own locations, right? So I have my own wells that I have to keep going. And sometimes they crash. Sometimes these wells will just go to zero. And then you got to find a way to get them flowing again, get gas going again. So you got to either got to vent them, you got to check, or you can check, see inside your wells, what's going on, your separator. And it gives me a purpose every day to come out here. And it just, because in the military, to me, I didn't really have a purpose. Yeah, I had a mission, but at the end of the day, it was mostly the officers that did the missions for us, and we were just in the back end, doing radio calls and writing things down, letting the commander know. I didn't really think I had that much of a purpose in the military, but this job right here, I have a lot of purpose. Just the importance of you're just out there by yourself, right? Look around me. Oh wait, hold on. Look around me. No one. I got no one around me. No one telling me what to do. The only time I talk to a boss is when I'm in the mornings and we have our meetings and they're telling us hey, why is your well down? Why is your well down? But honestly, I'm by myself all day, and it's on me. Well, if I want to work hard today and show improvement, and there's so much. And this job is amazing. There's so much to learn. Every day I'm learning something new. And my dad's been at this company for he's been on the fields for 22 years. This company's kind of new. It's only been around for 2, but he's been out here for 22 years. And he said he's still learning new things, because you go up levels, right? And you're a high and paying guy. They'll put you on one of these complicated wells and everything that make a lot of gas. So you gotta keep it flowing and everything. So I think this job is amazing. And I like to tell military guys, get on this job, a lease operator job, where you're the only one that's doing it, and you get to pretty much be, not in the sense that you're your own boss, but kind of, you're out here. It's on you if you want to get these wells flowing. It's on you to put these maintenance requests in. It's on you to be mechanically inclined to get, and you're always wrenching on something, and you're always changing parts out too. Say a part breaks, you got to order it, and then you get to place it in there. So it's pretty, it just keeps you busy. You can't really work 8 hours out here some people do, and then they wonder why their numbers are low. I like to do 10 hours, because there's so much to do that doing 8 hours, it's gonna fuck with you hard, But yeah, if you guys want to do this job too, because every time I'm talking to a military folk, I think maybe with military guys, it's just, they just look at the Facebook and all that, and everyone's oh, I miss it so much, I want to get back in, oh, the purpose. And there's even some guys in the oil fields right now that tell me that they wish they got back in. But I'm why, But these guys were actually infantry dudes, so maybe it's something different. But at the same time, I think this job gives me plenty of purpose. And some people just get bored, They get bored with working a job for a long time. And I understand that, because I was the same way, I get bored if I work the same job. I'm not bored right now. I'm always busy, you know? And I think we always reminisce on things too. You can sit there like think about the military, like, man, I wish I was back in. But then you don't understand that there's PT, there's mortar pull, there's unloading connexes and all that. There's a lot of bullshit that comes in the military. And there were some fun times, but honestly, I don't have to worry about coming into work and then doing a mortar pull, working on some broken vehicles that are not going to work. I know I'm coming in here and it's on me to get my stuff running. I don't have to rely on a team. Like I do have a team, but like honestly, it's me by myself on my own locations. And you can kind of see who's slacking here and there. And then when they take a day off, and that's when you have to help out their route, you know. But yeah, I don't have to worry about if I want to take a vacation day. I just let my foreman know. He's like, yeah, you're good. You know, there you go. You don't have to do like paperwork or anything like that. It's honestly like really chill. And get your own company vehicle. Mostly, like when I was telling my people that I was working in the oil fields, they kind of laughed at me. They're like, oh, you're going to be working your ass off. Why would you want to work in the oil field just full of retards that don't know what they're doing? And I'm like, military is full of retards, bro. Like, that's the easiest job to get is military, pretty much. And then I don't bust my ass at all. Like, look what I'm doing right now. I'm sitting in my truck, venting my wells right now. And sometimes venting a well can take 30 minutes to an hour. Depends, but sometimes you want to vent your well. Some days you want to do maintenance on some of your stuff, and then some days you want to gauge tanks, and then some days you're outside all day. It just depends, because sometimes you gotta unfreeze your stuff, so you use your muffler in your truck and you just unfreeze your shit, you know. But yeah, I think this is a perfect job for people that have that need a purpose in life to keep things going. Like every day I kind of get excited, you know, at this job, because I see that my well, I'm like, man, how can I get this well to start producing gas that it did last year? Or like, how do I get this well to produce gas, or to get it on a right track to where it's producing a lot? And it's amazing, you know. I'm really glad I found this job. And the military haters, like, they didn't know what they were talking about. They're like, and I was telling them, they're like, oh, it's pretty much what you do here. You just drive around Humvee, you know. I'm like, no, not at all, dude. I don't have to deal with like people telling me what to do all day. And if I'm messing up, they'll tell me the next morning, you know. But I haven't got that talk yet. But I have a team too. Like, these guys like really take the time to train and like help me out. And some people don't have that luxury, but I do, so it's pretty nice. But yeah, if you guys want to like get into a job like this, like, it's mostly connections, but I know, and I don't think anyone's moved Wyoming, but if you do, our company hires a lot of new guys. There's a lot of green hats right now. Not really green hats. I know when I was at Rostabout, before the military, we called them green hats, but like now they're just rookies, you know, like me. I'm a rookie. Been out here 4 months, and I love it, you know. You get your own locations, get your own, like, you know what you're doing every day. That's the cool part about it. Like, you know what wells are not. Like, you get kind of used to like how your wells are doing, so you just watch them, and then you go out, like, when you take your days off, right? So I'm on a 10 on, 4 off schedule, and on the 4 days off, I know I'm gonna come back. A lot of stuff's gonna be frozen, a lot of stuff's gonna be down. So then gives you that time, gives you a lot of, and it takes you about a couple of days, like 3 or 4 days, to finally get your wells back to flowing good, you know. Unless you want to work on your 4 days, but I don't think anyone wants to do that. I don't like doing that, because they kind of get upset with you if you pull too much overtime, you know. But yeah, I just want to hear, because I just want to make a video, because I'm kind of tired of like some military guys like just bitch and complain, you know. They're like, oh, I'm just missing, you know, these jobs out here suck, there's no purpose to them, civilians suck. I'm like, how do civilians suck, you know? Oil field guys, dude, are just like military dudes, bro. No filter. They talk about whatever. They're cussing all the time. You can even like talk shit to your fucking bosses out here, and no one cares. Like, military people will talk shit to you, and you talk shit to them. They'll go out and try to ruin your career here. Unless there is some guys, like, you know, there's always bad apples, you know, try to ruin your career and stuff like that. But honestly, right now, my team, Everyone's pretty legit, you know. My foreman's laid back. He understands how like some stuff works, but he gets harped on by the big bosses too, because our big bosses are up in Denver. So Colorado is a blue state, and Wyoming's red state. So Denver is really huge on like getting things vented, you know, and not having all this like smoke blowing in the air and everything, which is understandable, you know. So like our company is kind of getting, you know, told off by Denver that we need to get vent hawks and everything like that on our stuff, and pretty much like being better for the environment, making sure no oil spills and everything like that. But yeah, and everything's, man, it's chill, you know. We did like training, so like every month I go in for like a training meeting, and it's mostly on Zoom call, and you talk to the big bosses, like you know who the big bosses are, and like some jobs, you know, they kind of try to hide, like I see on TikTok, people are like talking about how like they don't want to tell you how much money they make. This company will like legit tell you how much money they make each month, what the expenses are, and they break it down. Like this company, I think made like 28 million last month, and it's pretty cool. Like they're like upfront and honest with you, like because they tell you, so like you're here to make money, and we're here to make money as well. So you know, and they do like pretty much like military too. Like you do these trainings, right? It's like death by PowerPoint, which kind of sucks. You're in the office for like 2 hours or so just looking at these meetings, and they're telling you like the new stuff that just went down, or like how do you get your truck fixed, you know. They just do like training meetings every year, just get you like refreshed on stuff. It was kind of amazing how kind of similar it is to the military in a way, because they have a mission as well, and they want to make sure they produce as much gas as they can and as much oil as they can. Like they said last month, we broke the record for the most gas produced in a month and the most oil sold in a month. But they didn't make as much as they did in gas, because gas right now is like $2.30. So they're kind of like sad about that, but I don't care about that. Like some people will get mad because like they'll make a lot of money, then they'll turn around and give us like a big old steak dinner and stuff like that. But those steaks were fire. Like they weren't like no cheap steaks. They came down and like brought like over 100 steaks and just cooked them up, made a good old dinner. And we all sat there. We got off work at like 1 o'clock and just sat and ate a steak dinner, you know, with the company, with all the higher bosses and everything. And I was like, that's pretty legit, you know. But yeah, if you guys want to like get a job like this, just go to lease operator on Indeed or something. Put your resume in. Or some people that want to get into this industry, I see Wyoming ain't bad, you know, because like they need people out here. I think they're kind of filled with lease operators, last thing I heard. But the lease operator position is kind of like people come and go because they want to get the experience, and then they want to go to like Texas or Arizona, somewhere warm, or some people just move wherever to Wyoming, you know. There's always jobs to get. There's always like jobs hiring. The person I took over on this route went to Utah, and she got a pretty big pay raise, you know. That's why she left. So yeah, there's money to be made out here. There's bonuses too. Like Christmas, you work Christmas tomorrow. I'm working like 4 hours tomorrow. That's easily gonna be like, so cool thing about like holidays. Sorry if I'm talking too fast, but cool thing about holidays in this company, they will pay you time and a half for holidays, and then on Thanksgiving, right, they let us go home early, so we only did like half a day, and then they still paid us for that 8 hours. So I made around like $400 that day, but I only worked half that day. They're gonna do the same thing tomorrow for Christmas. So it's amazing to me. There's a lot of money to be made, but the taxes, you know, they tax the shit out of you. Not gonna lie about that. But yeah, if you're thinking about getting out, get a job like this. If you're not like wanting to go to school or anything like that, this is the way to go. Definitely, because it keeps me busy, and I can't complain about nothing. Like some people complain about it, but they also worked here for so long, you know, they have the right to complain. But honestly, like I stay busy, and you're out in the wild too, pretty much. Like you see all kinds of wild animals, wild creatures, coyotes go around. You got eagles all around here, falcons, ravens. I don't really care about the Ravens, but it's still like they're kind of cool. But the coolest thing to me is the Eagles, and yeah, you're pretty much out in the wild out here. It's pretty sweet. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good Christmas Eve and a good Christmas. And I just want to like drop a video in case people are lost, you know, getting out of the military. It's a big world out there. There's a lot to do. You don't know really what to do, but you want to get out of the military. Try to go lease operator in the oil fields. It's honestly awesome. You know what I mean? But yeah, you guys have a good day. Bye.